Good evening and welcome back to the Shadow Nook. This evening we are travelling to Belfast, the heart of Belfast to be exact. It is Crumlin Road Gaol that stands as one of the most chilling and historically significant prisons in the UK. A place of execution, isolation, violence and despair. And today widely considered one of Northern Ireland's most haunted locations. But what happened inside these walls, and why do so many believe that the past never truly left? Let's have a look at some of the history of Crumlin Road Gaol. The jail was built between 1843 and 1845, opening in 1846. Designed by renowned architect Sir Charles Lanyon, constructed using black basalt stone, giving it that cold, imposing appearance. Built to house around 500 to 550 prisoners, cells were small, measuring roughly 12 by 7 feet, and the jail followed the separate system. Prisoners kept in isolation, no communication allowed, and designed to enforce reflection, but often caused madness and psychological breakdown. The prison had a radical design. It had 4 wings, wings A, B, C and D, all connected to a central hub called the Circle. So the Circle was an underground tunnel linked to the jail directly to the courthouse. Prisoners would walk this tunnel to face trial. Many would walk it, knowing that they would never return. Conditions were harsh and unforgiving. They were cold, damp cells. It was strict silence that was enforced, and minimal food and harsh discipline. Men, women, and even children as young as 7 were imprisoned here, and over time the jail held ordinary criminals, political prisoners, and individuals connected to major conflicts in Irish history. The jail itself witnessed 17 executions by hanging. Prisoners were held in a cell named the Condemned Man's Cell, awaiting execution, sometimes for weeks, listening to the sound of the prison continuing around them. The execution process consisted of: the prisoner was led to the gallows, the trapdoor opened, and the body dropped into the drop cell below. Many bodies were buried within the prison walls. This constant cycle of death, fear, suffering is believed to have left a lasting imprint on the jail. The prison remained operational until 1996, and later reopened as a tourist attraction in 2013. Today it offers historical tours, paranormal investigations, nighttime ghost experiences, and many believe that the spirits of the jail's past do still linger here. So let's have a look into why it's considered to be haunted. It's a place that is filled with violence, isolation, execution, and emotional trauma. Staff and visitors report disembodied voices, footsteps in empty corridors, doors slamming on their own. Paranormal events are so common that the jail hosts dedicated ghost hunts and investigations. So let's look at some of the actual ghost stories at Crumlin Road Gaol. Starting with the Condemned Man's Cell. The Condemned Man's Cell is one of the most emotionally charged locations in the prison. Visitors often report a heavy, oppressive atmosphere, sudden drops in temperature, feelings of dread and panic, and some claim to hear the whispering of voices, or the sound of someone breathing when no one is there. Given that this is where men spend their final days before execution, It's believed their fear may still linger. Another place where hauntings happen is the execution chamber and the drop cell. Perhaps the most disturbing part of the jail. This is where prisoners were hanged. Beneath it lies the drop cell, where the bodies were left hanging. Paranormal reports include shadowy figures appearing briefly, sounds of ropes breaking, sounds of ropes creaking, sudden overwhelming feelings of nausea or fear. Some visitors refuse to stay in this area for long, describing it as too heavy to bear. Now let's talk about the phantom prison warden in the B Wing. One of the most commonly reported apparitions. He is seen as a full-bodied figure, dressed in what appears to be an old prison uniform. Now witnesses say that he walks with purpose, as if still on duty. Then suddenly he vanishes into thin air. He is often spotted in the B Wing near the cells. Some believe he is still watching over the prison to this day, unable to leave his post even in death. Next, we will talk about the padded cell entity that is also located in the B Wing. Known as one of the most terrifying spots in the jail, visitors have reported being touched or pushed, feeling watched intensely, sudden waves of fear, and some also describe a dark presence lingering in the room. Paranormal investigators have captured things such as unexplained noises, physical sensations with no visible cause, and just the feeling of unease whilst being in the padded cell. We move wings now, and we move to the C Wing, where there is the mysterious figure of a man seen walking through the C Wing. Descriptions of this man include a silent man walking down the corridor, disappearing suddenly into thin air. This wing has housed the condemned man's cell, leading many to believe that this could be the spirit of a prisoner, still walking his final path. We also have the grey figure in the tunnels. The underground tunnels that connect the jail to the courthouse. This is one of the most consistent sightings at the jail. A grey, shadowy figure, reported by visitors and staff, even prison wardens in the past. Paranormal recordings of this grey, shadowy figure include groans, coughing, whistling sounds, and the tunnel is especially unsettling because prisoners walked through it before their trial, and sometimes straight into execution. There are some more disembodied voices and unseen presences throughout the prison. People often report footsteps following them, voices calling out, doors slamming shut. And some experiences include objects moving, feeling watched constantly. And these occurrences happen across multiple wings, suggesting the haunting isn't tied to just one spirit, but many. There are some residual hauntings and emotional imprints associated with the jail. Many paranormal researchers believe the jail may not just be haunted by spirits, but by residual energy too. The theory goes that intense emotions like fear, anger, and despair become recorded into the environment, given the history of executions, isolation and suffering. It's no surprise that many believe the building itself is replaying its past. So, Crumlin Road Gaol is more than just a historic prison. It's a place where lives ended. Fear consumed men in their final moments, and stories were left unfinished. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the sheer weight of history here is undeniable. And perhaps that's what makes it so unsettling at the jail. Because in places like this, the past doesn't feel like it's over. Would you visit Crumlin Road Gaol? Let me know down in the comments below. Or even let me know if you have visited in the past and what you thought. Did you experience anything? Let me know down below. And before you go, we will do your oracle card reading. We will do the Mystic Forest oracle cards today. As usual, I will draw one card for you and you can interpret it however you like. We have Don't Give Up. It's okay that things don't always feel easy and effortless. Some of the best moments in life happen during and after hard times. Keep believing. Let me know down below what this could possibly mean to you. Thank you once again for joining me this evening in the Shadow Nook. Don't forget to collect your subscription on your way out, and sleep well.